Hello guys, today we will be discussing about Selenium WebDriver. So Selenium WebDriver is basically one of the component of Selenium that is being currently used in the organization for the automation of the web applications. Okay, so to download the Selenium WebDriver, we need to go to the website seleniumhq.org, and then we need to select a download option from here, and here we can see the Selenium client and WebDriver language bindings. So here we can see the Selenium can work with the Java, C Sharp, Ruby, Python, JavaScript. So Selenium can work with any of these languages. And if we talk about Selenium with Java, the latest version is 3.11.0 that is released on 11th of March 2018. And this Java doc is the help file for the WebDriver with Java. Okay, if anyone wants to use the previous versions of Selenium, so we need to go to the previous releases. Okay, from here, let's suppose I want to use 2.53, so we need to click on 2.53. Okay, from here we can download this Selenium Java 2.53.1.zip file. So this is the Selenium WebDriver jar files. Okay, so I have already downloaded these jar files, so maybe I just going to show these files to you. So when we download this Selenium 2.53.1.zip file, and when we unzip it, we get this collection of these files. Okay, so that's the reason Selenium WebDriver is basically called a API and not we call it as a tool, because it does not have its own interface. It does not have the GUI. It is just a collection of files. That files we will add in our Eclipse to work with the Selenium WebDriver. So what we can do now, since we have already downloaded the Selenium WebDriver jar files, so we go to the Eclipse and let's create a new project here. So new project, let's create a Java project and give the name of the project as WebDriver project. Now let's finish. Okay, so it will create a WebDriver project now. So by default it is having a source folder and the JRE system library. So to allow to do the WebDriver automation in this project, we need to add the downloaded WebDriver jar files to this project. So how we can add it? Right click on the project, go to the build path, configure build path, and then we need to select the libraries tab and then add external jars. Okay, so once we do the add external jars, we need to navigate to the location where we have downloaded the Selenium WebDriver jar files. So first of all, we need to select these two jar files and click open, and then add external jars. Open the libraries folder, select all the files using Ctrl A and click open. Then OK. So it will edit all the Selenium jar files to this project. Okay. So now we are ready to create our first script using Selenium WebDriver. So what we are going to do, let's right click on the source folder, new, and create a new class file. Let's give the name as a test, and since we want to run this class, so we need to check this main method and click finish. Okay, now what we're going to do here, so the first line that we need to write while creating automation script using WebDriver is WebDriver driver equals to new Firefox driver. Okay. Now if we see, there is a line, red color line below the Firefox driver and the WebDriver. So it means that these classes are being created by the WebDriver language, and it is not known by the Selenium, not known by the Java basically. Okay, so we need to import the packages that contain these class files. So we need to take our hover our mouse over this Firefox driver, and we need to import this Firefox driver class. Okay, same way we need to hover our mouse over the WebDriver and we need to import the WebDriver class. So here basically the Firefox driver is a class, okay, and the WebDriver is an interface. So for a time being, to understand this concept, we can assume that WebDriver is a parent class and the Firefox is a child class. Okay, so let's go to the the help file of Selenium WebDriver. So we need to open this Java doc. Okay, from there we need to select a WebDriver. Okay, so now here we can see the WebDriver is an interface, and this interface has been implemented by the different classes. So for every browser in Selenium WebDriver there is a corresponding class in the WebDriver. For Firefox browser there is a class called Firefox driver. For a Chrome browser there is a class called Chrome driver. For iBrowser there is a class called Internet Explorer driver, and so on. Okay, now let's suppose I need to open a website. So we need to call a method that is called driver.get. Okay, and we need to enter the URL here. Okay, so I'm going to uh, put the website name here. Okay, demo.newtours.demoaut.com. Now we need to execute this, so we need to press this arrow icon and let's run this. So what it will do, it will open the Firefox browser, and it will open this particular website on the Firefox browser. Okay, let's see. So it is launching the Firefox browser now. Okay, and now it will launch this particular website in this browser. Okay, so now the website has been launched. Okay, so now the next thing is, let's suppose I need to capture the title of this particular web page, or and another thing, I need to retrieve this URL from this web page. So what commands we can use it? So driver dot get title. Okay, and since we want to print this title, so what we can do, we can use system.out.println, and within this we use driver.getTitle. Same way, to print the current URL, so we need to use a method that is called getCurrentURL. Okay, so now if we go to the documentation, okay, so here we can see the method that we have discussed just as of now. So what the get will do, it loads a new web page in the current browser window, and the get method is accepting one URL that is of string type, and its return type is void. Okay, so the another method that we discuss is get title. So it returns the title of the current page. So same way we have a get current URL that basically fetches out the current URL that the browser is looking at. So now let's try to run this, and we'll see whether it will print out the title and the URL in the Java console window. Okay, so now it will open the browser. Okay, and then it will open the website. Okay, and then it will be printing out the title and the current URL of this particular application. Okay, now we see, once we're done with the execution, the browser window will remain open. So it is always a good practice whenever we are done with our script designing. So at the end, we need to close the browser. So for that, the command is basically the driver dot close. So there is one more command that is called driver dot quit. So what is basically the difference between driver.close and the driver.quit? So the driver.close will basically close the active window, and the driver.quit, what it will do, it will close all the windows that is open during the execution for a current run. So let's suppose we open a website and then we click on a link. After clicking on the link, the new page is open on another tab. So now if we want to close all the tabs, so we need to use the driver.quit. And if we want to just close the active window, then we can go for the driver.close. So we can also see the same thing in our documentation. So we can see the close. So what it will do, it will close the current window. Okay, and what the driver.quit will do, it quits this driver, closing every associated window. So all the windows that is open in a current execution session, all the windows will be closed using the driver.quit. Okay, thanks for watching this video.